Awesome. Well, hey everyone. Happy Thursday. It's almost the weekend, which is great. Welcome to Dee's business launch call. So my name is Allison Fitzpatrick, just to introduce myself a little bit. Dee and I actually met through Dawn, who unfortunately couldn't be on the call tonight. But I love this business because it connects us in so many different ways. I met Dawn through CrossFit. I go to CrossFit in Salem, New Hampshire. She came there for a competition at one point. We connected through Facebook. We kind of kept in touch through the entire time. And now we get to work together. And then, through Dawn, I've met Dee, which has just been amazing. So I love how this business brings so many people together. And I've met so many people that I didn't know before. So it's awesome. So I have been with a company called Juice Plus, which we're going to talk about tonight, for almost 4 years. So it will be 4 years in June that I've been on the product, and 4 years in July that I've actually been with the business. And I've just become so super passionate about what the Juice Plus product itself has done for my family's overall health and myself. And what this business has done in the way of just creating more time freedom, more financial freedom, and a community that I didn't really even know I was missing. So as a stay-at-home mom, this has allowed me to contribute to my family's finances. It's an additional source of income for my family. My kids are going to be in college soon. I have a daughter that's going to be a senior in high school next year. So there's lots of things that we just love to do. And so I love that I can do this business on my own time, kind of make my own hours, and be around for my kids whenever they need me to be around, and then just to say yes to more, and kind of build my life around what I want it to be. So you've been invited to this call tonight because Dee loves you and she respects you, and she just love for you to hear, what we're up to. It'll be super fun. It's relaxed. You won't have to buy anything tonight or sign up for anything tonight. We're just here to share some really great information and tell you some stories. So we hope you enjoy listening, and perhaps you'll think of someone in your life that may need to hear this message. So, or it may resonate with you as well. So I always like to kick it off, and I like to ask the question, would you agree that being healthy can be a challenge, right? So I think somebody hopped on. I'm just gonna mute. I can't for some reason. Hold on 1 second. There we go. So, being healthy today can be a challenge, right? So we all love to look good. We love to feel good. We love to live a long, we all want to live a long, happy, healthy life. And we know it's our job to make this happen, but we also know it can be complicated. It can be unpleasant and confusing, right? Because there's so much information out there on what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing, what we should be eating, what we shouldn't. So that's kind of where we come in. So we're part of a mission called the Healthy Living Revolution. And Dee and I, along with thousands of other people, are part of this unique community where together we're really just taking our health back and inspiring others to do the same in ways that are simple, doable, and fun as well. So the goal of the Healthy Living Revolution is to come alongside individuals and families who want better health. We meet them where they're at, and we empower positive changes along the way. So I'm going to take you through 3 doorways that we use to inspire healthy living. So those are our free resources, our nutritional support, and then an organization that kind of brings it all together and makes it all happen. So first, our free resources. So our Healthy Living Revolution team has created a selection of really fantastic resources for individuals and families to use. We have a cookbook of clean eating recipes. We have short webinars on trending health topics. We have a home fitness series. And we have this amazing Start Strong program, which is designed to raise up a generation of really active, healthy children with really good nutritional habits. So you definitely want to take a look at these. So we'll make sure, if that's something that you want to take a look at, we'll make sure Dee sends you to the link to our Healthy Living Revolution website, where you can find all of this great information. So the second way we're committed to helping others is through nutrition, which is really the foundation of good health. So we know the most important thing we can do is flood our bodies every day with raw fruits, vegetables, berries, more plants, right? We hear that term all the time, eat more plants. So they're not just good for you, but they're actually critical when it comes to good health and our bodies really thriving. So we're supposed to be getting a wide variety of 9 to 13 fruits and vegetables every single day, but there's actually very few people that can do that. So it's hard for even the healthiest eaters to do that. So I have everybody make a fist. I know I can't see you, but if you make a fist, that is your serving of fruits and vegetables. So think about, you know, over the past week, how many times or how many days did you eat at least 13 servings of your fist size, right? Not many people can do that. It's really hard. So we're just so thankful that we get to offer nutritional support through something called Juice Plus. So I'm going to take you through the details of our Juice Plus products. So here they are. I'm going to just show you them here. This is kind of like our core 3 products. So in these are over 30 raw vine ripened whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and berries. They're non-GMO. They're NSF certified to be pure, which is actually better than organic. And we actually like to call it like a salad in a capsule. So it's really important to understand the process the plants go through to be encapsulated, or we actually have a chewable form that they're put into as well. So first of all, our fruits, vegetables, and berries are completely vine ripened at a farm. They remain attached to the plant until the nutrition is fully developed. So, you know, they don't pick the fruit from the tree until it's packed with the most nutrition possible. When you get fruits and vegetables from a grocery store, they get picked well beyond or well before they're ripened. They get transported by trains, planes, and automobiles. Then they get to your grocery store, and you're getting it weeks later after it's been picked, where it's lost tons of nutritional value during that time. So these stay on the vine until they're absolutely completely vine ripened. The fruits and vegetables are then ground up, which is actually better than simply juicing. So you get the entire whole food, including the peels, the leaves, the seeds, whenever possible. And that provides so much nutrition. So if you think about in an orange, for example, up to 80% of the vitamin C is actually found in the peel. And I don't know about you, but I'm not eating orange peels on a daily basis, right? So, you know, they're then slowly dried at really low temperatures, which preserve all the live nutrients, and then put into a capsule form or a chewable form. So here are the things I love about Juice Plus. It's scientifically proven. So Juice Plus is the most researched nutritional product in the world, with over 38 published studies in peer-reviewed medical journals, with several more on the way. If you actually Google and ask Siri, what's the most researched nutritional product in the world, she'll tell you that it's Juice Plus, which is pretty cool. It is not food, right? I mean, it is food. It is not a vitamin. So if you actually look at the label here, you can actually see it has a food label. So just as if you were going to buy, you know, a bag of frozen broccoli in the grocery store, that's going to have a food label, versus if you buy a vitamin, say a multivitamin, that's going to have a vitamin or supplement label. So the government actually considers this to be real food. There's no warning labels on these like you see with other vitamins. It is safe for absolutely everybody. It's safe for is kids, pregnant and nursing moms, elderly, professional athletes. Absolutely anybody can take Juice Plus. So along with our fruits and vegetables and berry capsules, we have a few other really great products. So these are our omegas, which some of us were talking about before the call. So these omegas come from 6 plant sources, which makes it both sustainable and safe. They contain the full spectrum, so it's 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And they're oils that are encapsulated using this brand new, you know, low temperature technology. So none of the delicate oils actually are damaged, which is great. So next these are so yummy, our chocolate and vanilla complete. So these are vegan, gluten-free, whole food protein. They have tons of fiber, amino acids, fruits and vegetables, all in a smoothie powder. So it makes a great quick breakfast, a snack, post-workout recovery. That's what I use it for. I use it for post-workout recovery. Sometimes I use it as a dinner if I don't, you know, I didn't make anything and I want to have a nice, healthy, quick dinner. I'll make a nice smoothie bowls with these. But we also use them to make we make protein balls, we make puddings with them, we make pancakes, we make muffins. So there's a lot of really great things you can do with these 2 powders. And then lastly, I just want to talk about our Tower Garden, which this is so cool. I would show you mine, but I literally just pulled mine apart to bring it outside to have my outside garden for the summer. So this is just an excellent way. This is an aeroponic garden. We can grow indoors and outdoors. So I grow mine outside during the summer, which I'm going to be doing now. And then indoor, I grow lettuce and kale and, you know, Swiss chard and herbs and all these things during the year, non-GMO, greens right in my home during the winter, which is fantastic, especially when you're up in the Northeast in New England, right? Because our winters are horrible. So we also have this amazing 4-month program with a 10-day jumpstart. It's called our Shred 10 program. It's a clean eating program where that really helps people jumpstart their health with a really fun and supportive community. So you can do the 10-day jumpstart just once. You can do it as many times as you want. We have this amazing community of people where we support you along the way. So if that's something that you're interested in, we can make sure that Dee gives you that information as well. So I am going to now pass it on to Dee. I'll unmute you to share your product story. So how long you've been on the product, why you said yes, what you've noticed, and kind of all that fun stuff.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just a quick question, because I don't think everyone here knows what non-GMO means. Do you mind just explaining that? Because I think that's a very big part of the Juice Plus part,
Absolutely. Yeah. So, a lot of food we hear GMO, genetically modified foods. So we don't have any chemicals or pesticides or anything that's going to that people inject into foods to make them bigger, anything like that. So everything is real whole foods. We work with small to mid-sized farms that Juice Plus works with, where they grow all, clean vegetables that are not filled with any chemicals or anything like that. So I think it's important to understand the NSF certification because, we always hear that we should buy organic, and we absolutely should. Organic is better than not buying organic, right? Because we know that there's going to be a lot less pesticides and chemicals and things like that. But on the other hand, when you buy something organic, organic foods still can have a certain percentage of pesticides and chemicals and things like that. When something's NSF certified, 0 contaminants are allowed in the product. So they get tested, I believe it's 6 times they get tested. So they get tested multiple times, and 0 contaminants are allowed in any NSF certified product. So you can be rest assured that what's on the label is in the product, and what's in the product is on the label. It's going to be exactly the same. I know for like a lot of plant-based protein powders, we've heard before, people finding heavy metals and arsenic and things.
Stop, please, because you're gonna fall.
You'll never find anything like that in any products. Sorry, I'm just gonna hit you off again. You'll never find anything like that in any of our products. So they're the cleanest of the clean products. So
yeah, definitely. As I was jumping off of that, I definitely feel like that was a big part for me. Because I personally, I'll be honest, I don't buy all organic, but I am transitioning slowly my house into doing that, just because I have read a lot of scientific studies. Because some people are like, oh, that's just like, like the hippies doing this. But it's like when you begin to realize that a lot of these pesticides are causing children to, their hormones become like unbalanced, and that causes them to have all these different symptoms and these things that can be prevented by just what they're eating. Not even necessarily going above and beyond, but just switching from like a regular food that might be changed in any way, or having organic food. So for me, that was kind of the prompt as well, like hearing about that, because you hear about a lot of different products, and sometimes you read these labels and it's like, what's the difference between this and that? But when you see how much rigorous testing is done for Juice Plus, that was kind of what sold me for me personally. And the biggest thing too is like, you can either invest in your health or you can invest in medical bills and, sickness and medications. And yes, sometimes things happen, they're inevitable. But if I can do what I can in my part to make sure that my family is healthy, I'm healthy, the people I care about are healthy, then why not? You know what I mean? And I think that everyone's journey is different as well. That's why it's like, you see that there's such a wide, diverse group of people who either do Juice Plus or sell Juice Plus. So yeah, like definitely Dawn, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, she was my trainer, and she's the one who got me into this when we used to go to the compound. And yeah, it was such a great thing, because when I started, I was training almost 7 days a week at the time. I've cut back a little bit now, but when you're training that intensely, for those of you who may not train as much or may not go to the gym as much, whatever you want to say, your body needs to recover. That's the most important thing when you're training. You can be in the gym 10 10 days in a row, but if you're not taking time to recover, you're not going to see the results you want, or you might even hurt yourself. So one big thing is that I remember Dawn one day, and we only did this maybe like twice or maybe 3 times, so almost a month. She would give me, every time we did leg day, she'd give me the Juice Plus. And and pretty much what she would do is she would say, here you go, after our workout, take this. And then the next day, I began to notice what a difference it would make when after doing leg day, because for those of you who work out, you know how leg day can be grueling. Because example, all of us, either we walk around the house or we might be active at our jobs, whatever the case may be, and you feel it the next day. But for me, of course, I still felt it because it was an intense training session, but it was definitely nothing like before. Like I said, I've been on Juice Plus for almost, I want to say a year, maybe already a year. And it's such a difference. Like I definitely don't do leg day without taking the Juice Plus. So yeah, and what I love too is that there's so many different ways that you can get these in, whether it's the capsules or the gummies. Like my partner Leo, he prefers gummies because he does not like to swallow capsules. So that's one thing it's so good that they have these 2 options. And like she mentioned, there's no warning labels because anybody can take this. And I know like kids who have taken this, like our niece Gabby, she takes it as well. And she like, you know, she had really bad eczema and it's beginning to clear up as soon as she started getting consistent with that. So it's things like that you see these things. I was like, why not invest a little bit more to make sure that, you know, you have a healthier life and just, you know, be comfortable. And then another big change that I saw, for those of you who knew me for a long time, I used to have really bad acne and I still have like a little bit of scarring and things, but it's cleared up so much. Even just the texture of my skin, I can tell a difference in that. So yeah, like those are things like that I think of, you know, we have one life. Let's make sure we live a good one, a healthy one, where we're able to be, you know, mature and get older and still be able to play with our grandkids or, you know, just be active, you know, because I think that's such a big part of living, you know. So yeah, that was pretty much why I got into it, was just like even how Donna was says, bridging that gap between because I don't always eat vegetables all day, every day. And I needed that little extra boost. But even like you said, people who do eat great and are always on top of their, whether it's meal prepping or even measuring their food, you still need that. You can never have too much like good stuff. So
right. I love that. And you made so many amazing points. And, you know, it's important to remember that, you know, Juice Plus is food, right? So it's not this miracle drug. It's not this anything, but what we do know is when we're flooding our bodies with a wide variety of fruits and vegetables every day, that rainbow, that's really hard to get. Only good stuff is going to happen. And so, you know, people do notice their skin changing. They notice their energy changing. They notice their sleep getting better. People who have gut issues or autoimmune issues, you know, there's so many things. My husband who had IBS no longer has IBS issues. Me personally, I was able to get off my high blood pressure medication. You know, and so there's, you know, my kids take it. They haven't been on antibiotics for 4 years now. So, you know, and they grew up antibiotic kids. So we know that, you know, and from our research, we know that Juice Plus helps with so many things. And you talk about, you know, recovery and workouts. It's, you know, for me as well, I'm a CrossFitter. I've definitely noticed my recovery has improved so much. My gas tank in my workouts has improved so much. And our bodies go through a lot of oxidative stress. So, you know, that's stress with food, it's stress with exercise, environmental, so many things. And so, you know, I always like to explain it as like an apple. Like when you cut open an apple, you know, when you leave it open, what happens to it? It oxidizes, right? It starts to get brown. So that's like the aging process. The same thing happens with our bodies, right? Our bodies age. So our bodies need antioxidants, right? They need the fruits, the vegetables, the berries to kind of slow down and help with that aging process and that disease process. So, you know, that's what flooding our bodies every day with tons of plants is going to help us do. So, you know, you talk about also getting older and being there for our kids and our grandkids. I'm 45 years old. I feel the best I've felt, you know, better than in my 20s, better than in my 30s, you know, and I love it, you know, and I definitely want to continue that way. So thank you for sharing your product story. I love it. So I'm just going to switch gears quick and just, you know, now that you've heard about our amazing product and you've heard Dee's product story, we want to just quickly talk about the Juice Plus business and our community. So, you know, the main mission of the Juice Plus company is to bring freedom through improved health. It's important to know that about 80% of the Juice Plus products are used by very happy customers who have no affiliation with the company at all. And then serving those customers are those of us like Dee and myself who have partnered with the Juice Plus company as a business opportunity. So we're paid to do a lot of good for others. We're paid to help people find their health. We're paid to help them find their happiness. So as you listen about our business and hear Dee's story as well, you may think of someone in your life who may need to hear what's possible, or again, it may resonate with you as well. So we're first going to address two common questions about the Juice Plus company. How does it work? So the business is open to anyone 18 years or older. It's called a virtual franchise, and it only costs $52 a year to be a partner in the company. As partners, we have an online virtual office, we get a personal website, and we basically run our businesses from anywhere, from any device. So I can be on, sorry about my dogs in the background. We can be on a beach, I can be on vacation, I can, be outside of my yard, I can be in car line for my kids at a soccer game, whatever it is, I can run my business from absolutely anywhere. And we all have one of these, right? So, I've always got my phone to run my business. We earn residual income simply by sharing Juice Plus by word of mouth and sharing our stories like we're doing tonight, sharing my story, Dee sharing her story. And the company basically pays us by sharing, because we're sharing the product. Juice Plus manufactures the product, they deliver, they bill, they collect, all directly from the customer. So there's no inventory that we keep ourselves for people. And the only Juice Plus we have on hand is the Juice Plus that we're taking personally every single day. One thing I absolutely love about the company is that all commission levels are permanent. So there's no quotas, no minimums you need to meet each month. And you can really go at your own pace with the business. So, and basically our team is amazing. It is, very supportive, and we meet everybody where they're at in their business. And lastly, there's no glass ceiling, when it comes to income or territorial restrictions or anything like that. The Juice Plus company is in over 20 countries. And so you can have customers and team from all around the world. And we're actually expanding to many more countries currently as we speak, which is awesome. So what's so great about the Juice Plus company? Besides our products, which we've talked about, the Juice Plus company has been around for over 50 years by our president and founder, Jay Martin, who is still at the helm today. We're a privately held multi-billion-dollar company. And when you reach the top level of our company, which is called National Marketing Director, there's actually a full family benefits package. So that includes medical, dental, disability, life insurance, long-term care, chiropractic, prescriptions, college assistance, like you name it, holiday bonuses. It's a really, really amazing benefits package that the company offers. And then basically our business can be used to produce short-term cash or really a long-term wealth building and retirement strategy if that's what you want as well. Not only does the Juice Plus company inspire healthy living around the world, but they're also known as the company with a heart. So they have impacted over 1 million families so far with free Juice Plus for children through our Healthy Starts for Families program. So that's an amazing program where for every adult that takes Juice Plus, you can actually sponsor a child to take it for free for up to 4 years. And that's for ages 4 through college age, so undergraduate college. So, I'm coming on 4 years. Both my husband and I take Juice Plus. We've sponsored both of our kids. So my kids for the past 4 years have been on Juice Plus for free, which I think is absolutely amazing. They're the title sponsor of the St. Jude Memphis Marathon. And they're also really highly involved with the Boys and Girls Club and Volunteers of America. And they've gotten Tower Gardens, for free in many of the clubs around the United States, which is just absolutely amazing. Teaching kids how to grow their own food. How cool is that? So if anyone wants information on any of these and how Juice Plus is making a difference in these places, we can, absolutely send you information on that. And so I'm going to turn it again over to Dee to share your business story, why you said yes to the business, what you're excited about, and all that.
For me personally, Dawn definitely, as well, Dawn, like I said, she, I know a few people came in. She was the one who got me into this. She was my trainer. She explained to me a lot of these different benefits. Like I said, that was the main thing. But then what I found myself doing, because like I said, I was on it actually for almost 6 months before I even started joined in selling and promoting. And the reason was I'm I was working. I am also still in school myself. So with doing all these things, Don always used to say this one thing: millionaires have multiple streams of income. And not that I'm trying to be a millionaire per se, not against it, but that wasn't necessarily the main reason. But I just feel like, why not? It doesn't hurt ever to have that, extra little cash flow coming in, that I can put aside for whatever, like rainy day, whatever the case may be. And not only that, but it's like I was already recommending it to so many people. A lot of my friends who I would work out with, I would tell them about it, and a lot of them now are on it. So it's like these things are really great to hear, because that means that even if it's something as small as, hey, now you're taking this whole food capsule, which is going to help your health in moving forward for 50 years plus, you're going to be healthy. That means a lot to me. So that was kind of part of that. Not only that, but I'm very big on supporting businesses that give back, because I think that a lot of people, including myself, I didn't grow up in, like, let's say the middle class. My family was more lower class in that case, financially speaking. So we probably wouldn't have had access to this. But knowing that Juice Plus gives back, especially for kids as well, because sometimes it's difficult to buy, let's say, these whole food capsules for a family of 6 or 5. So hearing that they give back in that way is great. And also for the Boys and Girls Club, like you mentioned, those things that, mentioned, like since you mentioned, I'm glad you did, those kind of things drive me to want to keep encouraging this, because indirectly I'm in one, even if it's the simplest thing as referring someone to this, I'm reaching who knows how many other people indirectly. So it's just things like that. And I definitely think that if you want to live a happy life, you want to live a healthy life. So that's kind of the way that I see it. And I want everyone to be on that, because it feels good when you feel good and you feel like you can move around and you can go on hikes, because you're healthy. It feels good, you know? So I think everyone should definitely look into anything of that nature. And yeah, like I always tell people, no pressure ever. It's just I like to pass on the information. As long as you are informed, what you do with that, that's on you guys. But
I love it.
that's what I like to do.
Yeah, and you're right. Like this is and one of the biggest things I found, it's a feel good business. It feels good to partner with a company who does so much good. Their mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. And yes, we have this amazing product to share with people, but it's so much more than just a product. The company's not just about pushing a product. Like they do so much good for so many people. And it's a feel good business for us. We get to help people. We get to help people feel healthy. We get to help people be happier. We get to help people build businesses, for those that want to build businesses as well. So, it's, when you get a text from somebody that, their skin is clear, or they're sleeping well, or their gut feels better, or whatever it is, I just love that we're able to help people in that way. So, and everybody comes into this business for different reasons, but I think the one thing we all have in common is that we love to help people, and we're passionate about our own health, and we're excited to help other people as well. Definitely. So yeah. Thank you. So before we wrap it up, I just want to thank everybody for joining us again tonight. I know everybody's lives are busy. We appreciate everyone hopping on, to listen and know what Dee's up to. And I know she appreciates it as well. And we're just excited to network with different people. So those are people who are ready to take their health, to the next level. Whether it's to check out our free resources, to make life easier by adding Juice Plus. You've heard about our amazing products. It only costs a few dollars a day for Juice Plus. We talked about how kids can get it for free, and it really is the simplest, most convenient and affordable way just to get massive amounts of nutrition into our busy bodies and our busy families' bodies. And we're also looking to network with anyone who's looking to make a side income, whether it's a side residual income or to expand their options, into something bigger while making a difference in people's lives. I know for me, I love that my paycheck is a direct reflection of how many people I'm helping getting healthier. Like that just lights me up every single day. And this business is really for anyone, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you're in a profession that you love, but you're looking for that additional source of income, like Dee mentioned, just another source of income. It's good for college kids as a side gig, or maybe you're in a job that you don't love and you're looking to make a change, so that could be something as well. So it really is absolutely for anyone. And we have so many different professions of people come into this business. We have personal trainers, we have stay-at-home moms, we have people in the financial world, we have doctors, we have nurses, we have, you name it, chiropractor, we have absolutely everybody. So It really is for absolutely anybody. So, we just, ask you to ask yourself, who do I know in my life that may need something like this? What if Juice Plus can help them in their health journey? What if Juice Plus can help you in your health journey? And if you think of someone, we just ask you to connect them with Dee, and she can help guide them in the right direction. So congrats to you, Dee. This has been a lot of fun. Do you have any final thoughts before we hop off the call?
I think I'm all set. Definitely thank you for everyone coming. These are just a few handful of the people who, are close to me, definitely. And we always keep in touch and always stay up to date on what we're doing. So I wanted to share that with them. So again, thank you guys for coming. And I hope that regardless of where we go from here, everyone's happy and healthy.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to stop the recording.